You make me smile. Seems like the world completely stops when you're near.
Cool. Good evening. Let me make sure we
At least for a while. Girl, my cloudy afternoons are so clear.
Or long.
You ready for this?
Oh man, what is going on, family? Good evening. Welcome to the Friday night Family Friends Financial Fridays. It's your favorite uncle cousin in the building. And as you can see, I have a guest. So real quick, seeing everybody check in. Uncle Vin, good evening to you. It's good to see you. If you can, as always, hear me, see me, let me know. Yes, sir. John, you can do sound check too.
Oh, I'm good.
You good? Okay.
At least I see the meters moving, so I guess.
Yeah, you see how lean back he is for this Friday, right? Man, so let's go ahead and make sure that you check the Facebook side. Okay, yeah, there we go. Facebook should be coming in, right? Let's check and see. Looks like it's. What is that? Hold on. Back, don't want that.
So it ain't just me to be having these.
Right, yeah, you know, tech, right? We got to do all that. Make sure everything is here. Man, so let's go ahead and get to it. Before we talk about tonight's very interesting topic, friends, family, should they mix? Man, I got the perfect guest for this here, man. So glad that he is here. So come on in, feel the vibe. It's Friday. We're good. Miss Coach, I see you in the building. Miss Gimme Cornbread. So glad that everybody's here. For everybody who's watching live, maybe not leaving in the comments, glad that you are here. And we good, yeah. So let's get ready for tonight. Get your questions ready. Hold on to your seats because this guy right here is no joke. Look, he already, you see what he got? He drinking.
I drink
right
on my show.
Yeah, you know, he drink on his show, but now he here. So ain't no telling what's going to happen. And we live. I can't control that, right? I'm just saying. So now that, I don't know, let me shut down the music, cue the intro video, and we come back, we going to get busy.
It's over 4:30 for sure.
Oh, man, y'all done caught me with a drink in my hand, man. What is going on, family? Again, so happy to be here. So happy to be in this moment. So happy to be joined in the studio with a good friend of mine, Mr. John Phillips, the creator, founder, and chef of CreateSimpleMeals.com. Make sure you go check out the website, which is live now, right?
It's live now.
Absolutely, man. Get some good recipes. I'm shocked he didn't bring me nothing.
Just because you don't answer your text message.
Because he texted me. You know what's funny? I overlooked that. I don't even know how I overlooked that. Like, I was so busy trying to get everything ready for tonight. Completely overlooked that. French vanilla Ciroc bread pudding.
Yeah.
You should have just bought that on GP.
Man, you don't eat cilantro, so I don't even know what you don't eat.
Oh, man, but for those of you who are just tuning in, please allow me to introduce myself if this is your first time. My name is Tyrone Gregory. I am your favorite uncle cousin, the self-employed tax guy. And again, super excited to be joined here with special guest, John Phillips of the CreateSimpleMeals.com. Unfortunately, nephew is not in the building. As you can see, Christian is not here this evening. He, has some things to do. He took a day off. It's understandable. We all need one. So
PTO.
If it ain't paid, it's definitely not PTO. So I'm in charge of the comments tonight. So if there's anything that I miss, I'm going to take full responsibility on that. So what are we talking about? Hold on. I got one more thing. I forgot to grab. talking points. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this one.
Well, I ain't got my glasses. Ain't no point in me. Look, you might as well just go and just ask whatever. Because, hey.
Oh, man, tonight. What is going on here? I see that's in the bag. Podcast, man, says I helped him a lot. Much appreciated, man. That's the goal, to be able to help people out, get things done. So glad that something that I've said or done has been helpful, man. So that's in the bag podcast. We're gonna have to talk about that. Check that out. So how you feeling?
I'm feeling great. And actually, I want to piggyback on podcast what you're saying, because your help has helped me out a lot as well. You were the main reason that website finally got up. So thank God for the push. So I appreciate you, brother.
Man, I appreciate you, man. Because
and some of your folks actually then already subscribed to my channel. So
really,
thank you to all his nieces, nephews, and cousins who done logged in too. I sure appreciate it.
Oh man, like I said, we all family here, and that's what we do, man. We got to support one another. I'm glad that you came in, being a guest to talk about tonight, because we've been knowing each other for a while now.
Over a decade.
Man, we just say we go way back, like white walls on the Cadillac. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Like a fat woman in a rocking chair.
and we've had many discussions about business and family.
Yeah.
So I found it fitting to have you here as a guest, especially from your experience, from the things that you have. I don't even want to say the things you've done.
You know me, I don't have no filter. So my only barrier tonight is I'm trying my best to not say names.
Yes.
Anybody who know me know I'm an open book. I'm gonna talk about me and I'm gonna talk about you. It's just the way it's gonna be.
We gonna change the names to protect
the innocent.
Yeah, we gonna change the names to protect the innocent. Man. All right, so friends, family, business. Should they mix? Now, in my notes here, when I'm talking about friends and family and business, there are a couple of things, or at least two situations to consider. The first one is hiring your friends and family, right? Hiring them kind of is helping, right? Because you're actually helping them economically, you're giving them money, things like that. But it's friends and family. Are you going to be able to really manage them the way you would, say, just a regular somebody who applied for the job?
Well, I'm gonna correct you on one thing. You ain't giving them nothing. I mean, they working. Well, they should be, and that's the biggest issue I think people have with friends and family. Mm-hmm. You as the employer think you're doing them a favor, and them as the employee think the same thing. In reality, look, it's a job. You applied for a job. I hired you for a job. I'm your boss. You're my employee. Simple as that. I mean, it shouldn't be any different in you hiring Jack off the street, who you don't know, but he put in the application and done everything he's supposed to do. You vetted Jack, versus you hiring Jonah, your cousin. He should be vetted the exact same way. The only difference is Jonah gonna get a little leeway because he's my family. So if Jack and Jonah have equal skill sets, I'm gonna hire Jonah because it's my family. But Jonah gotta be able to do the job.
But now that's the thing, though. Now, again, and not to say that this is the same across all generations and cultures, but especially when it comes to us, we more or less hire folks because we really want to help them out. We've seen them struggling, can't get a job nowhere else, possibly. And true indeed, we may have just slightly more lenience.
Yeah.
But is that something we should be doing?
So yes and no. And not to make this political or racial, but I think sometimes other folks always help their people out. So I don't have an issue with helping yours out. I just think they got to be qualified. But once you hire them for whatever the task is, they are treated like any other employee. And the main reason, unless you got a mom and pop shop and it's just you and your cousin that's working there, how do you think your other employees going to feel when they busting their butt doing their due diligence every single day, but then your cousin coming in late all the time and he don't get written up? But the moment Janet has to take a day off for emergency, you want to ream her and write her up. How long you gonna think you're gonna keep good employees because you playing favoritism and showing nepotism towards your family?
True.
It's like that movie in a casino, and dude had to hire somebody's son because he was the commissioner on some gambling board. He was tearing the whole daggum casino up. Nah, man, that's not how this works. You have to hold, even if you're doing them a solid, because, Pookie just got out of jail and he can't get no job, but Pookie is a solid dude. Got it. I'm going to give you a chance ain't nobody else going to give you because you blood. But that's the only favor I'm giving you, is the chance that nobody else was going to give you. Other than that, homeboy, you better work this dadgum job. Or, hey, freely you came, freely you can go. And I have no problem firing, hiring, suing family.
Yeah. Disclaimer. You know what? I meant to say this in the beginning, so I'm going to say it now. This conversation may go beyond the normal 1 hour mark. I'm going to just put that out there, right? Like normally we try to go at least till 7, but seeing that this particular topic can go real deep, we can get real involved.
And I got a backup bottle too.
And he drinking, obviously, right? This conversation may go beyond the normal hour. If it does, this is my plan. I am going to delete the live, right? Because YouTube always replays it. I will delete it and then kind of re-upload it in segments just in case. But if it stays within the hour, we good. But if not, that is the plan. And if it goes beyond the hour and you need to leave and do something, by all means do so. Because y'all heard what this man just said. No filter. He said that he sues family. I don't know if we want to get in.
We can get into whatever. I'm gonna tell you. So I hired a family. I'm gonna change the relationship status, y'all. And I hired a nephew one time, and so nephew supposed to be working a job. I had a security company, and nephew working a job. And we doing jobs together. One day, nephew's wife want to call me, talking about his paycheck. And before I knew it, because I am borderline chauvinistic, but I'm like, first of all, I don't talk to my employees' wives. Put your husband back on the phone. And I'm like, would you have had your wife call any other W-2 job you had? So why would you have her calling me? Because he's in-law, she's blood. Why would you have her calling me? There's a standard that we don't uphold family to when we hire them. And that can be the demise of your business.
That part. And that's what we really want to kind of get into, because it happens a lot.
I mean, look, I fired my wife. And that I ain't going to change the name for, because she asked me was I going to mention it. She used to direct Create Simple Meals. I fired her. Like, so.
Now, did you fire her or did y'all just,
No, it was a fire. I promise you, to this day, she still supports me every time I'm videoing, because I got the backyard kitchen. She sits in the master bedroom and she looks out and watches, and she gives me little pointers. But she was like, well, did you tell your people that you fired me? And I'm like, you fired yourself. But I promise you.
I'm sorry, sis. I wasn't going to bring that up.
Right.
I
called you when I did it.
I know. We weren't going to talk about that. I'm like, you fired the wife. What?
Hey, look, this is a brand.
Oh, man.
I mean, she get half no matter what. It's California.
That's true. Yeah.
She ain't got no job no more. I hired her daughter.
You okay. So we know that, right? Hiring family, there should definitely, especially if you're in a situation, because one of the things is when you become successful, and that's one of the things we'll probably get into tonight, there is a certain expectation. So make sure that you are balancing that expectation to what he just said. We really can't, especially if you're trying to scale your business, right? Like you said, if it's mom and pop and it's settled, then we ain't talking about scalability or growth and development. You and Pookie can do whatever, right? Run the business into the ground, do whatever you want to do. But if we're talking about true business, true legacy, right? Something that you can actually leave to your term I'm looking
heirs.
Yeah, your heirs, something that lives way beyond you, kind of like, the JP Morgan Chases, the Waltons, and everybody else who's passed away, but yet their business is still growing. If we are talking about that, then this is going to be an important conversation, because that was the first part of hiring family. But what about partnering with family? Like, is one hiring family, you pretty much, like you said, you control. The expectation is the same. I'm going to treat you the same as everybody else. But what about partnering with family? Because now they have decision-making authority in the business.
Okay, I'm going to tell you right now, for that, and I'm actually going down the line of this other venture right now where we're trying to do these pop-ups. And here in California, you can do these food street vendors.
Okay.
And so I have a good buddy of mine. He's actually one of my frat brothers, and we're talking about doing it. So I have two requirements. First and foremost, I need to understand what you think business is, and it has to be in writing, exactly how we're doing this. Now, far as should you, it's to me, it's not a should or shouldn't. It's a can you. And can you and the other entity bifurcate friendship from business? Like I mentioned about suing family. The family member I sued, the same day I sued them, they got a letter from my attorney and a letter from me invite them to my housewarming. Because business is business, family is family. So when she called me, it's like, how you going to send me a letter from your attorney suing me and invite me to your housewarming? Oh, I love you. You family. And I want you to come to my housewarming. But you owe me these 10 racks. I'm going to need my money. It's simple as that. If you can bifurcate that and separate the two entities, then by all means, there is no rule on who you should and should not do business with, but all business has to be done business-like. I don't care what it is. Meaning put everything in paper, put it in writing. Who's going to be responsible for what? If me and you going into business and you the numbers dude and I know the operation side, we need to, from day one, while we're sitting out the splits and who's making decisions, it's the same as a prenuptial agreement. Everybody think prenups is just about money. Prenups even go into who going to pay for dental care. If me and you have a business together, when we writing it down on what we should do, if I say, all right, T, you going to do the finance side. Financial decisions, if it's a 51-49 ownership. If it come down to finances, you get the win on that one because you got the 51. Operation side, that's on me.
Right.
I'm doing the operating side, so the 51 is on me now. Now, as partners, we're going to discuss because my ignorance going down the path in operations might affect our finances. And you as my business partner, I should be able to listen to you to articulate those facts. In return, your financial decisions is pigeonholing my operation because I can't hire this award-winning dude that can do this because of your business thing. You as the finance dude need to listen to me. Damn the fact that we family. This is business. And in the business, the most important person in the business is the business. Your feelings, my feelings don't mean nothing. The business, because the business is the one part of this trinity that cannot think for itself. We got to think for that.
I like that. Did y'all hear that? I mean, because that's a concept most people don't consider, is the fact that the business is its own separate entity, its own identity, yet, like you said, it cannot think for itself. Which is a point that I like to mention to a lot of people, is the fact that, you are your business. Your business is you. If you are affected, if something happens to you, then that happens to your business, which is one of the things when we talk about family is that emotional aspect, the obligation, which I guess is the next point. Should we feel obligated to our family now? And then again, this is that emotional connection, the obligation, like, because family supported you, right? If we look at family, raised you, right? I'm talking about everybody, mamas, daddies, aunties, uncles, cousins, everybody supported you. A lot of times when people are starting a business, the first place that they go is family and friends. Why they stupid?
Because your first place you should go is to a qualified pool. Period. Now, if your family is in that qualified pool, then so be it. But you don't go looking at family first. See, we go on family. Most of us that go into the family for looking for business because we scared ourselves. We don't trust nobody, which means we don't trust ourselves. So we figure if I got family, they got my back. They going to help me out. Nah, the family be the first people to steal from you. Trust me, I know this from experience. So you need to find a qualified pool. If family is in that pool, then so be it. But you're not obligated. Think about it. Okay, you go to school, you become a doctor. Are you obligated? That's still a business. You might work for Kaiser, but you still got a job that your family supported you through. Your mama wiped your butt, your daddy went to work every day and got you through elementary, middle school, high school, college. Do you owe them something now?
Yeah.
No, you owe them gratitude. Thank you, mama. Thank you, daddy. But guess what? You chose to have me. I didn't choose to be here. Let's just be honest.
Well, technically, you fought the battle.
Well, yeah, I did. I won that race.
Yeah, you run that race.
First time I was the best swimmer in the world. Last time, too. But seriously, I mean, only when it comes to, we never look at the side of obligation until we hit what we figure is an obscene level of success. You don't never hear nobody that's the manager at McDonald's, people saying, oh man, he the manager at McDonald's, he supposed to pay his mama bills. But let that man become a Michael Jordan or a Kobe Bryant or a Floyd Mayweather who got dinged because his mama only had a 3,500 square foot house. Half y'all ain't even got a 2,500 square foot house. Half y'all ain't got a house. But they dinged him because of that. We take the level of success and put obligation to it. If you're not obligated to your support group when you working at Thrifties, then you're not obligated to your support group when you own 18 Thrifties. That's just not the way it works. Did you help me because you was hoping I would get back to you? And if so, well, you should have negotiated better. You should have negotiated with me as a kid, be like, hey, you know, I'm buying you these Jordans because I think you're gonna be that dude. I'm gonna need that back. You should have told me that. You didn't tell me that. I took these Jordans like, thanks, Pops. Happy birthday to me. Appreciate it. Father's Day, I'm gonna cut you out the tie of that cardboard paper. Love you.
So I should be having a conversation with my kids right now. Like, I'm doing this.
Hey man, don't bring them kids in this and that. Look, they're not gonna be at my house trying to poison me. But no, seriously, obligation is something that we have to really be careful on how we throw that word around. Now, you can show gratitude. By all means, show gratitude. And by that, like Steve Harvey says something, I don't mean to quote this dude, but I'm gonna quote this dude. The best thing you can do for poor people is not be one. So if I done got myself into a situation where I can help you, that's when you need my help, not when you want my help. When you need my help, the way I'm going to show my gratitude for you for supporting me through all these years, I'm going to make sure you're not going to get put out your house because of something that had nothing to do with you. Pandemic hit. I got money to help you. I'm going to help you out. Or I have a job. Now, you done lost your job for whatever. There's times right now, we in this pandemic, which is a very precarious time for everybody. Okay, so right now I have a job I can put you on. All right, I got it. You may have entry-level skill sets, but you know how to run a cash register. Hey, I can give you, 20 hours a month. It ain't much. I can give you 20 hours a month to help you through this. Or because of family and nepotism, all right, your unemployment is this. Let's work these numbers and let me pay you just enough so you can still work for me legitimately. I ain't saying cook the books, but you can work here and still get your unemployment. That's the type of favor, but I'm not obligated to you. I'm showing you gratitude, and I'm showing you favor because you're my family. But I'm never going to treat you any different on the grand scheme than I treat every other employee that I have.
Man, but then I have to ask the question then, because obligation seems to be, especially for those of us who grew up in the minority side of town, like, those who grew up in the hood, right? There's that sense of loyalty. Like, you hear a lot of people, artists when they make it, athletes when they make it, they go back to the hood and, they feel like they obligated because the streets raised them. So you trying to say?
I can mail you a check from Beverly Hills to the hood. I ain't got to go back to the hood to mail that check.
Yeah, you got to go back. Like when I was listening to some, Dame Dash was talking about that. They was breaking down how even as an artist, you make all this money, but by the time you go through your expenditures, how you have nothing left. And it's amazing that multiple artists have put part of their expenditures is the homies from the hood.
Yeah. MC Hammer.
Yeah, I was just about to say MC Hammer.
Because of that. And
yeah.
see, my daddy taught me this lesson a long time ago. You half my size, half my age. You run out there, you try to jump this ditch. If your ass can't jump this ditch, what my big behind gonna try to jump that same ditch for? My point being, I'm gonna learn from the next man's mistakes. So I look at the Dame Dash of the world. I look at the MC Hammers of the world that have had a level of success that, defies most of us. Mm-hmm. And I saw what happened to them when they tried to bring the hood with them. You can't swim a mile with a ton of rocks on your back. And sometimes family and friends is rocks on your back. Get across there and then help them build a bridge to walk across. You swam across the hard way. Get over there and then help them build the bridge to walk across. But putting them on your back, both of y'all gonna drown.
Interesting. But what about the true homies? Like, what about the ones who really, like, for example, Biggie Smalls, right? We was watching that movie a couple of days ago, me and Christian. And it was a scene in there where his friend went to jail for him because his friend said, look, I know for a fact you have a gift, something that you can do that's going to get you off this street corner, right? So I'm going to go ahead and say that the gun was mine. I'm going to take this L. You do what you do.
Yeah.
Would you like say, was that gratitude or obligation?
No, it's gratitude because first of all, I didn't tell you to do it. I'm not
Oh,
obligated.
you're just a cold piece of work.
Nah, I'm a realist. And my thing is this. Now, if that's my boy, he done that for me. When he come out, yeah, I got you, bruh. That don't mean you have a job. It might really just be me putting out money to you to help you get on your feet. But what I'm not going to let you do is bring your no talent behind into my company and tear it up. There's nothing to stop me from taking my dividends and helping out family. But giving you a job and you don't know what you're doing? Man, come on now. I got a bunch of family members that can cook. And I did this one time. My brother tried to ask me. I'm going to use real relationship on this. He asked me to do on Christmas, why don't you do your show from my house on Christmas? I did my show from his house on Christmas. Worst show ever. And I've had some bad shows. But the thing is, my family can cook. My family can have fun. But they don't understand this is a business that I'm doing here. So y'all in the background laughing and talking and doing all this stuff, it's messing up my brand. I would never do it again. That's the thing. You can't always put family in there. I love my brother, but trying to bring him into my business would have ruined my business. So if my brother had took this charge for me, when my brother get out, I'm going to make sure, hey, bro, I got you. Need a place to stay, I got you. Put some money in your pocket. I'm going to help you get on your feet. Until you get on your feet, as long as I can do it, I'm going to help you. But you can't work for me. Because you don't have the skill set that my business requires. I'm not saying that you yourself don't have skills, but you went to jail for selling drugs. I'm slanging burgers. It really ain't the same thing. I mean, it is, but it ain't. Can't have you doing that. So let me help you out in another way. Not put you into my business, because my business is my child. Ask me this. Are you going to put your kid out your bed for your cousin?
No.
Okay, so your business is your kid.
Yeah.
You finna put your business out on the streets for your cousin.
Well, when you put it like that, yeah, I see what you said. Let me see here. So Ms. Coach says that loyalty isn't the same as a handout, and people confuse the two. Loyalty. Well, you agreeing with that, ain't you?
Oh, yeah, I'm loyal. I'm very loyal. I'm just not dumb. So loyalty, I mean, I'm going to make sure that I can do what I can for you. But I have a loyalty to my family, but my business becomes a part of my family. Create Simple Meals is part of my family. I have to protect that at all costs. So if it comes, okay, so which child, it's like this. Which child do you sacrifice?
That's got a hard. What you mean? Which child? You wouldn't want to sacrifice none of your children.
But your business becomes your child. So which child do you sacrifice for your cousin? Christian, Crystal, Christopher, Pookie. Which one you going to sacrifice for Pookie?
Yeah, that becomes a dead needle.
Self-employed tax guy is your fourth kid.
Yeah. Well,
Which one you sacrifice for
Pookie? Neither one. Ain't nobody getting sacrificed for Pookie then, if that's the case.
Look, I'm just going to tell y'all the hard truth. You ain't going to like the way I say it, and he may never have me back on this show again, but he knew the danger when he brought me on here.
Yeah, yes, sir. Man, here's another. Let me put this out here. From Timber Tactics says, my fiance business includes her, myself, two of my neighbors, and the rest in family, and it works great. So with that being said, there is a possibility, right? I mean, because On the flip side, there is situations where it actually does work out great.
That's why I said for me, I don't even go into the should you hire family and friends, because my thing is the relationship shouldn't even have an issue with it. Are they competent?
So that's the key.
To me, it's competency. It ain't about not hiring family. Please don't mistake what I'm saying. I'm not saying don't hire family, don't hire friends. I'm saying hire them if they're competent. My cousin, she owns a catering company. She flew me out to help her out. Now, I'm older than her, by at least a decade. Actually, by 15 years. I could almost be her daddy. Now, she hired me out there, but when I'm on the job, she's my boss. Even though she didn't pay me. She paid me a plane ticket, but she's my boss. So if she tells me to do X, Y, and Z, I got to do it. I'm not sitting there like, hey, you don't talk to me that way. No. You my boss now. I have to listen to you. She knew I was competent in my skill set. She hired me to basically be a line cook, and she knew I was competent in my skill set. She flew me in to help her with this event, and it worked. But it worked because I recognized my role as an employee. And I'm talking to her about a man. Look, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm arrogant when it comes to my cooking. I bow down to a lot of things, but my food, I ain't going to do that. But if I'm hired by another chef to help them out, guess what? That chef wins. That's what I mean by the competency level. Okay. If I went into that situation saying, oh, I'm doing this her a favor, I'm doing this because it's family, then I'm not going to be my best self.
Right.
And if she hired me because I'm her family, she's not doing herself a service. We got a bunch of family. My family is huge. My mom had 13 brothers and sisters, and all of them had at least 3 kids. Do the math. I'm the youngest in my crew, so do the math. I'm 45. We got a bunch of family, but she could have hired anyone. She could have hired anyone local. She hired someone that can do the job. That's the difference. I'm never saying don't hire family. The reason I hire friends and family to do certain jobs, I have a buddy who used to be a plumber. I hired him for a job. I'm like, I don't want no discount. I'm not hiring you for a discount because I don't want no discount job. I'm hiring you because we go back 30 years. I can leave you in my house and do this work and I go to work.
Right.
That's why I'm hiring. That's the benefit of hiring a friend or family. But I'm still not going to hire you if you ain't competent in your job. That's the difference. So if you can do the plumbing and Jack can do the plumbing, you my brother. You qualified, he qualified, I'm going to hire you. But if you not qualified, you can do it, but only partially, I'm going to have to take my chance with Jack because Jack is competent. You an apprentice. He's actually a plumber. I got to hire him. That's what I mean by family. Too often we look at it and say, well, his family, I'm going to go and hire them. Even though they're not the most qualified for the job. And that's a detriment to your child, which is your business.
But is it though? Like
it can be.
Yeah, let's say they're not the most qualified.
But are they qualified?
Yeah, well, let's say they're qualified, but they're not the most.
Oh,
right?
no, they're not. Hell, some of y'all got your job. You wasn't the most qualified. You was the most charismatic. But you gotta be. You gotta be competent. I think I said that earlier. You gotta be. Kevin Hart. If you listen to Kevin Hart, he done the Plastic Cup Boys, and he'll tell you right now, his homeboys, they ain't the best people for the job. They not, and they agree. They not, but they his homeboys, and he's made a lot of mistakes with that. The difference is he was in a position to help them get there, but he'll tell you point blank, they wasn't the best person for the job. Now, when you have a business like that that's bringing so much excess, you can take them chances. But if you just now starting your clothing line, you just now starting your photography business, you just now starting your tax company, and this is how you survive.
Right.
Can you afford to take that chance? Anyone who knows me personally know I'm when it comes to family, hey man, my family is my family.
Right.
My family coming in next week. Anybody tell you my family is my family? I take off work for my family. I don't take off work for nobody. But I'm not going to let my family ruin my second child, which is my business. Competency matters. Ask yourself this when you hire a family member. If they was not family, now I get you saying they're not the most qualified, but there's times you have 2 applicants and one of them ain't the most qualified, but just something about that person that just, I don't know what it is about you, but you only type 40 words a minute and this person type 80, but it's something about you and you hire them. They can do the job just not as good as this person right now and you hire them. Got that. Ask yourself this. with that family member, if he was not family or she was not family, would you still give them that pass? If the answer is no, then you should not employ that family member.
Real nuggets on that. Oh man, I'm glad that we having this conversation. Hope everybody is tuning in, because family, friends, and business, we're not saying that they shouldn't mix, but as he's laying out, there is rules to this game, right? There is some things that must be understood, because I mean, I see it, I hear it. Hiring family, and the reason I talked about the obligation, because I've had conversations with other business owners, and we hear the stories, like you said, like Hammer and everything like that. But as soon as you become successful, family come with a handout.
Yeah, you done changed. You don't get nothing.
Yeah, I mean, and so how do you? How did you develop the mentality that you have? I mean, because you've done business with friends before, right?
Oh,
like
yeah.
you've definitely had those partnerships. But how do you manage that? Like, how do you manage the attitude? Like, because most people don't really do business with friends because they think they know, or at least they think that the business could ruin the friendship.
Well, no, see, and again, I guess everybody is different. My sister told me this one time. She was like, JV, everybody ain't like you.
That's true. I agree.
For me, business will never ruin our friendship, at least not on my side. Because my thing is this. I had a business partner, and we go way back. And when the business went sour, like, okay, guess what, homeboy? I mean, dude got my taxes kind of shared. So I'm like, business side, we done. Still my boy. But the business side, we're over with. I can separate very easily because, look, it may have been ignorance, it may have been malice. I don't care what it was. It was still part of the business. And I can separate the business from the friendship. And me and him stayed friends for years after the business dissolved because I was able to separate what he did as my business partner from what he was as my friend. They're not the same person. And I'm going to tell you right now, I can be the best friend you have. I can also be your worst enemy. When it comes to business, it will never mix. I will never let my business interfere with our friendship. You do my taxes every year for the last 10 years. Look, and me and you had arguments over the last 10 years. I done said some pretty not foul, some kind of foul stuff to you at times. Look, that ain't gonna stop you from doing my taxes. You can hate me today, throw me out your office. You still gonna do my taxes come January day, bruh. Hey, I need my taxes done. Why? Because you damn good at what you do. I'm not hiring you because you're my friend. I met you as a guy I know and found you do taxes, and because of that, I know how your knowledge is. And now you do my taxes. But make no mistake about it, you don't do my taxes because you my friend.
I thought so.
You do my taxes because you damn good at what you do.
So our friendship has nothing to do with it?
Ain't got a man. Look, I'm trying to keep this PG, but I shit you not. You do not do my tax. You got access to my money. You know stuff my wife don't know.
You just said that on live.
She know she don't know. Look, bruh, I be damn for you. Look, you are not doing my taxes because we friends. You doing my taxes because you damn good at what you do, and that's just the brass tacks of it. If you wasn't, you would have got fired first year. Never got hired again. I don't do that. And if I fired you, we still be friends. You still gonna come over Thanksgiving dinner. You still gonna come over all the holidays. We still gonna do what we do. But you just ain't doing my taxes no more because you ain't shit when it comes to taxes. If that's how it was, that's how it's gonna be. That's how you should go into business, not with just friends and family, with everybody. Keep the big, because here's the thing. You go into business with a stranger. Just so happen you meet this cat at the bar and y'all talk it up and y'all find out we got the same interests. Y'all develop a acquaintanceship and y'all become business partners. Mm-hmm. At some point in that business relationship, y'all gonna become friendly. How is that any different? Just because you didn't start off as friends don't mean you're not gonna become friends. Now, at the moment it switched from purely business to now, you and Joe is at each other's anniversary parties, at y'all funeral and your families or whatnot, and y'all became friends. Does it affect the business? I have a good friend, Sean. We started off co-workers. Now we're in different companies right now, but she is a friend of mine. We've done business together. Business is business. Friendship is friendship. I done pissed her off. She done pissed me off. But guess what? She's still my friend. You cannot let the two seep in. And I think that's the hardest thing. We cannot separate friendship and business. I like you, Van Hennessy.
What Uncle Vin talking about? Let's see. Vin saying what? Fred has the right attitude. Indeed, he does, which is why I felt he was perfect for tonight's show. He definitely has the right attitude. Again, us being friends for as long as, for what I can remember, over a decade, I've always had, an affinity for business. And it always came up in conversation. And it was just amazing. His attitude
club,
towards
he started
business.
talking about business. I'm like, Tyrone, really, dude. We are at the club.
But
Ain't nobody trying to talk about no LLCs and all that stuff right about now. We trying to watch Twirl up on this damn stage right about now.
But still, though, and just to hear his response was like, man, this is very interesting. Because, maybe for me, because I didn't grow up with that kind of aggressiveness or something like that, like trying to be able to separate friends and family and understanding. Was that something you developed based on your environment? Because again, friends, family, and business affects a lot of people.
For me, I'm going to tell you, everything that's good about me comes from Eugene Phillips Sr. and Rose T. Phillips, my mama and daddy. And my daddy taught me this a long time ago. You can't choose your family. You can choose fellowship, you can't choose relationship. So he's always taught me to your relationship, it had nothing to do with you. Your fellowship does. So that I've always been able to see the situation for what it is. I've always been a realist. Always. I'm the kind of guy, and I've had this happen on a job once, where I've had co-workers, so-called friends of mine, go against the union against me because they were trying to hire me for a position that nobody else was qualified for, but I was the youngest in the union, and they hired me, and they went to the union and ended up getting let go from the position. 4 years later, I get, promoted, and I needed somebody to do this job, and I called them same folks to come work for me in my new office. Wow. I had one homegirl, she was like, how are you going to call them?
Right.
And they did that to you.
I'm questioning.
2 reasons. First and foremost, I don't deal with emotion when it comes to business. I'm an emotional mutant. My psychiatrist told me that.
An emotional mutant?
Yeah, I am what I am. But the other thing is, if I hired you and you know how you did me, you think you're going to screw me twice? You can shear a sheep many times. You can skin him only once. They knew not to cross me again. So I knew with those people, because they was qualified. I didn't hire them for any other reason other than they were qualified. I knew them. I knew their work ethics. I knew which ones was going to take off every Friday. I knew which ones going to sit there and try to blow off the summer because they want to smoke weed. I knew every last one of them. I knew what I was going to expect from them. And I hired them because they were competent in the task that was at hand. It's simple as that.
That sounds like a strategy, something off the 48 Laws of Power.
Everything's a strategy. And yes, some of it did come from the 48 Laws of Power. When I was given that book 15 years ago, I was told, I don't want to give this to you because you're an egomaniac, but I'm going to give it to you anyway. And I kind of live by the 48 Laws of Power. The 48 Laws of Power tell you there's a time to use your friend. Just know this. When you've done that, you've created an enemy for life. So I'm not saying I would never use you. I'm just going to be very careful when I do. That's only because I love you, though.
Man, well, I appreciate you giving me the heads up. Which
So
brings me to the next point. How do, dealing with the attitude that comes along with it, right? Because, again, if for a majority of the people, there is an obligation, right? Even though you've clearly just said that obligation is different than gratitude. Miss Indy Coach said that, loyalty is misdefined. But even though those truths may be true, there are still individuals who deal in that, right? So what would you say to them when they got to deal with the attitude like, oh, you've changed?
Yeah, I did. Changed my address, changed my tax bracket. Keep messing with me, I changed your goddamn mind. Just to be honest with you. Look, yes, I have changed. I'm never going to sit there and say whatever you want to call it, success, financial elevation. Have I changed? You damn right. I used to drink Crown Royal. Now I drink single malt scotches, except for when you buy me Maker's Mark, because normally I drink McAllen's. But
McAllen's
I'm just saying.
I started to get McAllen's, but I was like, yeah, I'll say that for Christmas or something. Yeah.
But yeah, I changed. And your opinion on me don't do nothing about me. As the saying say, what you eat don't make me shit. So I don't care what you think about me. I know me. The one thing I pride myself on, this is going to sound kind of braggadocious. I pride myself, one, I'm an analyst by trade. I analyze me. I know when I'm being a jacked up individual. I know when I'm being genuine. Even though it comes off wrong, I know when I'm being genuine. The only thing I can do is let you know, look, bruh, this is me being real. So your attitude towards me, for whatever reason, okay. Still gonna see you at Christmas dinner. I got a cousin right now. Matter of fact, he'll be here Wednesday. My cousin Tracy. He'll tell you right now, I know some of us, y'all don't like me. He said, when it comes to family, I'm still gonna be here. Ain't nothing you can do about it. That's his attitude. So no matter what you think about me, it's what you think about me is not gonna change what I think about you. Too many of us, oh, he don't like me, so I don't like him. Wait a minute. He may have a reason why he don't like you. What's your reason for not liking him? Oh, because he don't like me. Okay, you're stupid. I just be like, all right, he don't like me. I don't know why, but and you know we got a good buddy. I ain't gonna mention his name because he actually might watch this show. He get attitudes me all the time. I still call him. I still invite him every time. 6 months have passed, then he'll answer. He'll come up, hey, John, man, what's up? Hey, what's up, man? I don't change. I may have done something to offend you. I don't know what it is. You didn't tell me that. But until you do, you ain't done nothing to offend me. You say answer my call, but you might be busy. I'll leave it at that. I sleep well at night doing that.
So like no skin off your back, like water off a duck's back. You just your mentality is it is what it is. I mean, is that it? I'm really trying to understand like how you just
nobody in this world is being honest. They saying they don't want to be liked. I want to be liked. Before being liked, I'd rather be respected. So there's very few people ever going to sit here and honestly say they can't respect me. They can't say I'm not genuine. They can't say that I'm not articulate in my demeanor. They may call me an asshole. Okay, well, might be. I own that. But you're never going to say any of the other things. And for that, I'm okay with that. Because everybody has an opinion of something. And I'm not going to please everybody. I tried that once before. It really stresses you out.
That's true.
You have to realize when you know you're in business, you write all these business courses and you talking about, you have your mission statement, your goal and what you're doing. Man, make that part your life. What's your mission in life? What's your goal in life? It damn sure bet not be to be liked by everybody. Because if so, kill yourself today because it ain't going to happen.
Oh, wow.
It's not going to happen. You might as well gonna let that go. Look, figure out what you want in life and go towards that. Don't hurt nobody on purpose in your mission. But hey, if feelings get hurt, then okay, well, they got hurt. Sorry. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm that way with everybody, including my wife of 22 years, who I love dearly, my daughter of 18 years, who I love dearly. But look, I'm going to be me. And doing me, if I happen to hurt your feelings every now and again, let me know, and I will do my level best, if it's in line with my goals, to not do it again.
Ain't they kind of selfish?
Yeah, I choose me. Whoa, I choose me, babe. And I tell you why. Because the moment I choose somebody else, I can't provide for my family anymore. I choose me. Because choosing me, my wife, we argue all the time. You ain't got to be so blunt. It might be a better way to do what I do. But doing what I done and got us from that doggone one-bedroom apartment over there on 12713 Cornbloom all the way we at right now. Because I chose me. I chose the path that's going to get us where we have to get the best way I know how, knowing during this walk, some folks going to hate me. Much of which is my in-laws. Okay, all right. My father-in-law liked me. That's all I care about. Only person I ever asked for her hand in marriage was him. Only person I care about. The rest of them can hate me for life. I chose the path that I saw was right. I'm not saying there wasn't a different way. I'm saying I didn't know a different way. And looking at my past from where I was and where I am now, I did okay.
Okay. Man, I see Miss Coach, man. She believe in a lot of comments, boy. She must be like you. Is that right, Miss Coach? Are you like this man here?
Hey, look.
I mean, because everything you saying on, she is like, yeah. Look, unbothered. People, what is this she said right here? I'm going to send this to the screen. What is this? It says, people like to be pacified, and it makes it where not works get done. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, one in my job likes it when I'm blunt and straightforward, but the bottom line is that there's the job to do, money to be made. Period.
I'm going to tell you, I had a supervisor. Funny you said I had a supervisor one time. I'm a very literal person. And my supervisor says, John, you want to go to this meeting? Nope. She said nothing else. I walked on, went back to my desk. My homegirl was like, this fool crazy. She didn't tell me to go to a meeting. She asked me a direct question. Do you want to go to this meeting? Hell no. You can call me up tomorrow. Hey, John, you want to help me move? Hell no, I want to help you move. You think I just woke up on a Saturday morning and say, you know what, I want to help Tyrone move today. Now ask me, will I help you move? Different question. That bluntness about me kind of pissed people off. But that same bluntness is how I come back to family and business. Can you hire me? No. Why? Because you, matter of fact, the dude I took this venture I'm working on now, this whole street vendor thing. Mm-hmm. So I'm talking to this dude, and he like, hey man, we need to do this business together, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, we could do this fish thing. Yeah, I got you. I said, but hey, man, every time we have something to do, you always late. Oh, no, it's different when it comes to business, man. Hey, you ain't shown me nothing that shows you going to be on time. You always late. And I don't go into business with somebody that's being late. You need to show me something different. Can you cook? Yeah. I know folks can cook way better than me. But can you plan? Can you execute? Can you be here on time? Because if you tell, that's why I was so nervous coming here today. You know I came from. It took me forever to get here. You say 6 o'clock, I should have been there at 5. I'm sweating bullets because I can't be late because this is a job for me today. I was hired, even though I'm not getting paid, I was hired to come into a show. That's a job. It's on my calendar. I put it on the calendar weeks ago. When you first called, I put it on there. I got to be here. So I deal with people like that. So when this dude who we can make money at it. There's no ifs, ands, but because the area we live in, the food we're trying to provide doesn't exist. It's needed, but it doesn't exist. Okay. But I can't work with you because you always late. So he's showing me now he's different, but I have to be honest with him. And this I love this brother. Like I see this dude, I see him more than I see this dude 3 or 4 times a week. I promise you. 3 or 4 times a week. And I love this dude, but I had to be honest with him if we're gonna do business. I think that's the problem with business and family. You'll be honest with a stranger, but you won't be honest with your family. The same family that know you, be 100 with them. As them kids say nowadays, 100. Yeah, 100. Be 100 with them.
Yeah. Wow, I like that. Now that's a couple of nuggets being dropped right there, though. Definitely, that's how we deal with family, friends, and business. Like if we gonna mix them, then we have to mix it right. The one, they got to be competent. Treat them the same way you would a stranger, right? As far as the honesty goes. What else would you say? I mean, I guess that
set the expectations. I mean, one, if y'all gonna go down this path of being in business with each other, y'all really gotta sit down and like, what does this look like? Right. All right. Hey, look, Corey, how does it gonna look? You know, the next week we sitting here and we get into a disagreement over. Matter of fact, one of my business partners was Lodge Brothers. How does it look? We having the argument, this business meeting over how this company gonna work, but now we gotta go to this function together. How does that look? Let's talk this. Let's do some role play. Let's see how this gonna work. Can you now, like my wife? She's in a fraternity that I run, and she sits here and she'll tell you she don't say a damn thing in them board meetings because she can't separate me as the head from her husband, and she's gonna try and poison me when we get home. I'm glad I know this, so we leave it at that. But you need to have those role playing exercises. That's where you do have to treat family different because you're not going to see Sarah, your salesperson, on the weekend at your cousin's birthday party. But Jimmy, you're going to see Jimmy at the birthday party. Now, can you and Jimmy set aside what happened Monday through Friday when y'all go to Nana's house on Saturday for little Bobo's birthday party? Can you separate that?
You and these names, boy, where they come from?
Because, man, I'm trying to say real names because everything I'm saying got real people behind it. But I'm trying my damnedest to not say no real names because I tagged a lot of folks and some of them may time in. And look, I don't want nobody coming at me because if they come at you know me. Okay, did you say something? Was you talking about me? Yeah. You knew good and damn well I was talking about you. Who else I done sued in this family? You know I'm talking about you. What they asked for?
Man.
Then they ain't at the note. Now you in your feelings.
Okay. Well, we gonna stick with the names then.
Yeah, Bobo, Jimmy, and cause ain't nobody in my family named Bobo or Jimmy. I can promise you that. And I ain't never hired no nephew.
Funny. Let's see. What did Miss Gimme Cornbread said? She says that right now only a few people in her family know that she's in business for herself. This is inspiring because you are very unapologetic, indeed you are, about your boundaries. #learning. Absolutely true. But that's why I'm glad we had a conversation because how many people actually, like Ms. Gimme Cornbread said, she's limiting the amount of people that know she's in business for herself. I'm assuming because there comes an expectation from friends and family. Oh, you in business for yourself? You about to be good? You owe me. Here's what I want.
Well, hold on. And I'm not discounting what she's saying, but let me put something on us business owners too. Because, we some raggedy asses too at some time myself. But we have expectation as well. Meaning that we'll sit here, I got this cooking show. I do this cooking show every dadgum week. Why you ain't sharing my show?
That's true.
Really?
That's true.
Am I obligated to share your damn show? Because if I'm obligated to share your show, then you obligated to pay me once you start getting paid. Let's be honest. It goes across the board. You can't sit here and ding your family because you got a business and they have expectations, but then you want to sit there and ding them because they're not passing out your business cards. They have a birthday party and you a baker and they go hire somebody else to bake their little kid's cake, and you mad at them. Hold up. Look, if you gonna hold them to the standard of the public, you have to allow them to hold you to the standard of the public. You ain't showed me nothing. The last cake you made tastes like cornbread. It was pretty as hell, but the damn cake was nasty. So I'm not hiring you to make my kid's cake. Simple as that. I told you to make a unicorn and look at that gum giraffe. I'm not hiring you to make my kid's cake. If you can't take it, don't dish it. It's simple as that. So I don't hide what I do to my family because I don't expect nothing for my family but prayers and well wishes. That's the only thing I expect from my family, prayers and well wishes. If my family never shared one of my videos, that's still my family. I'm going to death fighting for my family. I don't expect nothing from them. That's my family. I didn't go into business for my family. I went into business for me. We have to be careful on how we ding them because we quick to sit there and say, oh, man, I got this business. Everybody got their hand out. Okay, they wrong. But then you ran because, he going to sit there and hire these people to make their cake. You know good and doggone well I'm a baker. Yeah, I do know you're a baker. But I treated you like the public, like you treat me. I vetted it out. And I got the best deal from over here, this cake baker, and not from you. So I'm going with them. I had a I'm gonna call her in-law, called me the other day for a quote on a barbecue thing for my other business. Send my quote out, and you know me, I'm like Babyface. If I like you to write you a song, $250,000. If I hate you to write a song, it's $250,000. I don't change my price for nobody. So she called me for a quote, sent her a quote. Quote didn't go through. It is what it is. But I ain't changing my prices for nobody. Because if you want me to cook for you, you're going to pay what it costs me to cook for you. If you've had my food and want to pay to cook for you, then you're going to pay what it costs to cook for you. Now, this is family. They didn't hire me. Guess what? Still family. Going to be invited to the next damn event I have. Going to still be invited. You know why? I didn't start a business expecting them to hire me.
Family, that is. But you do, I mean...
I would love you to support me. Don't get me wrong, I would love you to support me, but I'm not going to sit here and hold you hostage because you don't. Because the moment you hold them hostage because they don't support your business, then you can't get mad when they get mad at you because you don't give them a handout.
And there it is.
We can't play one side.
There it is. There it is, man. So real quick, then I am gonna open it up because somebody asked about putting the phone call out there. I'm gonna open it up so we can take some calls if anybody want to call in. But last point, because we are at 7:00.
Yeah, we went that long already.
Yeah, didn't seem like it.
Yeah, I'm about to crack open my backup stash.
So, again, if you got to go, feel free to do so, but we going to keep it going. And last point, before we get into a phone calls, and I think you pretty much covered this, but I want to make sure.
My sister said check Facebook chat.
Check Facebook chat. It is not showing up on here. What's going on? Did it go down? I wonder why it wasn't showing up here.
I don't know.
We know Facebook chat, but we checking the Facebook chat now, saying hey to everybody that they can hear us. I see you there. Checking Smith. Oh, I'm sorry. Have I been drinking?
Christian Crandall. He said something.
Where you at? Oh, I see it down there. Looking good, family. I see from Christian. Shannon Hall. Is that a bottle of Makers? My kind of guy. Yeah, recognized it from label. Shannon is, she knows it.
Salute.
Oh, man. Seeing a lot of things.
Shonda said something.
Yeah, family and friends. Why is it not showing up on here? We missing something.
Hey, sorry y'all on YouTube. We got to take a little commercial break, see what the hell happened on Facebook.
Sure, we missing all the comments. We still here, but we getting all comments from on Facebook.
We done got 15 million comments because I think everybody must knew this was going to be the show to watch because it definitely ain't going to be normal.
Yeah, not sure what's going on there, but
I'm gonna see how many criticism I get in the morning. Good not gonna wear. You should have been drinking on that show. I said, hold up.
We gonna get it.
I drink on my show. Why I ain't gonna drink on his show?
That's true, man. So hold on. I don't know what's going on with Facebook. Let me try to turn it off and turn it back
and look,
on.
I know he said y'all can leave at 7:00. Man, y'all been sticking around. And look, it's Friday night. Ain't no game on I know of. So if you ain't gotta go to work tomorrow, just go on stick with us. It's gonna be interesting. He gonna bifurcate the show later on. But go on, stick with us. We having fun with y'all. At least I'm having fun with y'all.
Yeah, he having fun.
He nervous.
Yeah.
Because he just wondering at what point is he going to start letting them MFs fly out his mouth. I'm good. All
right, here we go. There we got some Facebook. I just had to refresh it. Here we go.
Oh, yeah, we was.
Let's see. Everybody in their feelings about things all the time. It's just business. And that's what we finding out tonight, y'all. Nothing personal. Never take nothing personal. Some people think you owe them just because you know them. Ooh. Yeah. I like that one. Right?
But that's real. Who said that? That's real talk.
This is Greg and Becca.
Hey, that's real talk.
Yeah. Some people think you owe them just because you know them. Oh, I think that needs to go on the shirt right there. I work for what I have. I brought the hustle, so reap the benefits. I do believe that. Yeah, man, good one. Good one.
But you know what? I'm going to go back to what they said. Some people think, because I know y'all owe you something. Hey, man, hold up. Was you there when I was sitting there taking all these tax prep courses?
Right.
Was you there when I was sitting there in mechanic school? Was you there when I was sitting there making this food that nobody wanted to eat? Was you there?
But what if they were?
Was you helping me there? Just because you were there.
But again, that goes back to the original obligation. What if they were? If you was helping me there,
you was probably part of the business. If you was helping to that point, you probably part of the business. It reminds me, I'm going to get on my soapbox for a minute. It reminds me of a passage in the Bible. When Job sat there and started talking crap to God and sit there and God said, hey, hold on, boy. Was you there when I built this? I started this. Was you there? No. So fall back, homeboy. And Job hit his face. Sometimes you got to tell your family the truth. Was you there? Because a lot of y'all wasn't there. All of a sudden you would say, oh, you don't remember when you was 7 years old and you fell off that skateboard and I put the Band-Aid on your knee and you can't give me $100,000? No, I can't give you $100,000 for that. Come on now.
Well, I'm just saying. So last, like I said, we're going to bring up some calls. Well, let me ask this. What if you
I like what Sean just said.
What'd he say?
Family friends will take a mile if you give it to him. Give a brother a rope. He want to be a cowboy.
Yep, let's see. Family and friends will take a mile if you give them an inch. Don't allow them to take advantage of your success. Never apologize to your family and friends for being successful when they try to play on your emotions about being blood and pressing you to give them what you worked so hard to build.
Now, real talk, that brother right there, in addition to what I was already ingrained with, when we was doing a venture together, he taught me a lot about expectations, how to manage people and businesses.
I agree. Yeah,
It
he's a
is
good
what
brother.
it is. Like, look, this is what we're doing. And I took those lessons to heart. You can learn from anybody.
Right.
But that brother taught me a whole lot that I take to this day. Like, hey, man, look, I'm doing this. Matter of fact, there's one guy, Lawrence Felton. We used to work with him. Lawrence had a business, and in the beginning, he tried to get his friends on, help him out. He owned a bunch of UPS stores. And he's also a consultant for the school district. And so Lawrence went about his business, and none of his friends wanted to invest. Times got hard back in 2008 when the bubble crashed, and everybody tried to jump on that. They want to call him, hey, man, Kevin. He was like, hey, man, yeah, you can get on. Give me $20,000, which is my startup cost. They all fell off. See, now you want to get into it. That now that you need me, you see I've built it.
Right.
See, just you saying because they was there. That's what I'm saying. Define there. They're there what? Because they supported me? They watched my kid when I was in school? Is that what you call them support?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you watch my kid when I was in school and now I'm a dental assistant, oh, you have part of my paycheck?
Yeah, I mean, not to that extent.
Then what's
but
the damn difference? And now I got to go to my backup bottle.
Oh, man. Well, here we go. We're going to the backup bottle. Man. Let's see here. So, I'm going to get this on. Get this ready. Take some calls. So, last question. Then we're going to get the phone call and put the phone call up on the screen here. What to do if you do decide to go in business with friends and family? I think throughout this whole entire conversation, he really pretty much set that plan in clear.
Put that paperwork.
Paperwork, contracts, clear and concise communication, and be honest.
Yeah. Put it in writing.
In writing.
That way, damn the friendship and the familyship, it's in writing. We're legally bounded now. I got a cat right now renting out a place for bingo, and we got a legal contract. He got me like, oh, it's all about business, but you ain't it. Yeah. It's about business. It's like, you mad at me because you tried to get this contract? I'm about to sue you? You thought I was serious? Like, it's about business. Put it in writing. Especially with family. Take nothing for granted.
Man, well, there y'all have it. Paperwork. I mean, I think this is extremely beneficial for me, because just being honest, I'm that person he's talking about, right? Because I love my friends and family. I do what I can for them. And this man right here told me to grow a pair of balls one day.
I wasn't going to say that part, but I did say it.
I mean, I respect what he's saying, right? Because when it comes to friends and family,
I say some real shit sometimes.
I like to discount and say here, either I'm doing it for free or I'm discounting. And when he became aware of that, that's when we had the discussion. He was like, boy, you can grow some balls and charge people what you worth. And I didn't take it offensively because I knew where he was coming from, really, right? It was from a place of love. Like, you are worth more than what you charge. And so why are you doing things for free and giving discounts? So I appreciated that conversation, which is why I like to have him on it, because he is one of the most realest individuals. So I'm going to put the phone number up here. So for those of you who want to call, feel free to call in, ask questions. We can talk about it. There's the phone number right there, 562-543-4797. Remember the rules. Just be respectful. Stick to the topic of tonight. Really, I know we don't want to veer off topic. And just to be respectful of everybody else, we want to make sure that we keep it at least maybe one or two questions. So there it is, the number. It'll be on here for us to go ahead and give it a call. I'll make sure I put it out there, leave it up there for a minute. But
I made that shot better than the Clippers did the other night.
Oh, don't talk about the Clippers, boy. You're going to offend some people. But yes, thank you to my wife, Miss Kim Gregory, who had us go over and check out the chat.
Side note, I'm going to need you to make them that cabbage Sunday. Next Sunday, right now, you making the cabbage. Ain't no
Next
question.
Sunday?
Yeah. We doing the tongue.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Make that cabbage because I can't do what you do. I've been trying to figure that crap out. Man, I hate that.
Oh, here we go. Hold on, let me see. Put your earphones on so you can hear this.
Which one of these? This right here?
Yeah, put them on.
To accept, press 1. To send a voice.
Let's see. We're putting earphones on, y'all. All right. Thank you for calling in. Who do we have on the line?
Hello, my name is Frank.
Frank, welcome. Thank you for calling in. You're on the phone with Tyrone and John.
Hey, thank you. Thank you, Tyrone, and thank you, John. Thank you for everything you do. I appreciate it.
Oh, man, we appreciate you calling in. What's going on? I know the question is more for John because I ain't said nothing.
Actually, I think it might be for both of you, but I have two questions. The first question regarding to this subject is I actually have a friend overseas in Norway, and he's my childhood friend. Like, I know him since I'm 10 years old. I'm 32, so it's been about 20 years 22. We know each other.
Okay.
And the thing is, I want to start a business where exporting stuff over there because there's a big market. The problem is he's not interested because he says he's very lazy and he has enough money where it's like he goes by and he's not the type of person who's a go-getter. But he's the only person I have over there who can make the business because the country specifies that in order for him or for me to sell a business, a product, I need to find a partner who is a resident there, and he's the only person.
Hold on,
so I'm going out of my way.
Hold on, let me stop you for a minute. How important is this business to you?
I mean, I'm trying to start something. It is important.
If it's important to you, your man already told you he ain't interested. You need to get you some money saved up, take a trip to Norway, and find you some people. Because your man already told you. And if he's telling you up front, listen, look, listen to people who they introduce you themselves as. He done told you it's important. So if you convince him to do it, you convincing somebody that's not committed. You setting your business up for failure. You may have to get out there and find somebody on your own. Mm. You know, billionaires, I put this up the other day, billionaires spend millions to become billionaires. Millionaires spend thousands to become millionaires. Broke folks don't spend nothing.
I mean, you're right. There's one thing, though, he said he's willing to do, though. He said he's willing to help me and he's willing to buy the product first and to sell it.
Oh, then run him as that.
Yeah, but then, there's the whole process of creating the DBA that Tyrone talks about. There's the same version in Norway. And I said, listen, don't worry about this. I'll let you know what to do. I'll call the lawyers over there, and then I'll tell you what to do exactly. And he's a little lazy to do it, but I'm trying to convince him, and it's getting okay. But every time I hear a lot of negativity from him because it's like, by the time the product gets there, it will take 5 months. So why should I work all my ass off for this?
If you got to convince me to have a good time, I don't want to have a good time. It's simple as that. If you got to convince me to have a good time, damn it, I don't want to have a good time. So you should take your energy and put them into somebody else.
Mm.
Yeah.
There you have it.
Okay. Can I ask for a second question?
Yeah.
Okay, so I was thinking also about exporting cars, and you talk a lot about the DBA thing, but then when I go on getting a dealer's license in California, there's a website, and the DMV says that we need to get an LLC or a sole proprietorship, but then later in their recommendation or their point, they talk about getting a DBA. So I don't know. I have the website, but I don't know what it all means.
Well, shoot me an email because that's something that may be required to have a different conversation. Because if they said LLC or sole proprietorship, remember a DBA is a sole proprietor operating under a different name. So if that's the option, it's the same exact. But like I said, shoot me an email because that may be something we may have to dig into, look at the application and really identify what it is they're asking for. Because if it's sole proprietor or LLC, depending on the business, depending on how much money you want to invest, I mean, because y'all know my stance on LLCs. You really don't need one, especially in the beginning, you know.
Yeah.
So definitely shoot me an email and we'll talk about that. All right.
All right.
Good talking to you.
Cool. Appreciate you.
Thanks.
Thank you. Appreciate it. All right.
Paperwork.
Oh man, you know what? Let me put the number back on it just in case anybody else wants to call, say something to Mr. Phillips,
And put in that
give
paperwork.
some testimonies or anything like that. Here it is, the number again. Appreciate Frank giving us a call, giving us that conversation here.
I just read that one. It said,
Which one?
Your business partner's drive has to match yours or will not work. I don't
Who
know who
said that
said that. It was Greg and
Yeah,
Becca, I
oh,
think.
good old Greg and back in there. Yeah, she know what's up.
On point.
Your business partner drive has to match yours.
Because if not, it's your business and that's your partner. It's a difference between a business partner and my business and I have a partner.
But then, you know, in the tax world, we call them limited partners because they just put the money up. They really don't have no say-so in the business. I
got a cousin right now, and she's doing hella well with her business. I mean, to start a company and 3 months later, then paid back your investment costs.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. She doing a damn thing. But her business partners, they ain't fool people. They're accountants. You know what I'm saying? So they're her partners, but they're not her business partners. All they do is put the money up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It makes a big difference because your business partners have the vision, the goals that you have. That's what we mean to do. I was talking about this street vendor thing. We would be business partners. We have the same goal. The thing is, we more partners than we are on the business side yet, because I don't see it. And he might be that one, but I'm not going to ever take the business side lightly. The reason most, especially in my world, the culinary world, the reason most businesses fail, the reason most food businesses fail, because everybody forget the most important part, business. You know how many nasty food companies out there that's thriving?
Well, come on now. They got to thrive because some got to taste good.
Nah. I done been to places where the food is horrible.
Well, you are critical.
And but you know why they survive? Business model. Come on, I done been to, I ain't gonna call them out because I don't want you or me to get sued, but I done been to a few places that I'm like, how in the hell is y'all operating? They got a business model that is bar none. The food sucks, but they have a business model. And oftentimes we operate off of our expectations. You go into a place and you expected a wow factor, and you forget everything else about the food, but customer service was on point, delivery was fast, everything was perfect. You done already discounted the fact that the food was nasty. Because the business worked. In any industry that you have, the business is the most important part. How many of y'all done had y'all birthday dinners and graduation parties at Sizzlers all these years?
We talk about Sizzlers.
Yeah, but I'm saying, you went back because the business model worked.
Oh, man, Mr. Freeman, we appreciate you. Well, I'm going to give, any thanks for tonight's video. We going to hand those right over to Mr. Phillips from Create Simple Meals because he was the one that dropped the jewels. So Mr. Freeman says, thank you for the new way of looking at business and friends and family. Appreciate the correction. Now I like that.
Wow.
That I like, right? The correction, because we have all, including myself, had a different view of business, the love, the loyalty, the obligation, right? Like we, a lot of us want to become successful for the sole purpose of giving back.
Yeah. Well, hold on. Let me pause 1 minute. And I appreciate the accolades on that, but let me pause 1 minute and just say this. Because I will venture to say, without doing any statistical research, the majority of y'all that's watching in y'all own self-employed business are way more financially successful than I am. So don't discount what you're doing. I'm not saying what you're doing, especially if you work with your family. I'm not saying what you're doing is wrong. What I'm saying is take a critical eye at what you're doing. Because are you doing good because of or in spite of? And that's the hard thing that we have to look at. Am I doing successful with my family because of my family or in spite of my family? Are you working 80 hours to make up for their shortcomings and now it's in spite of your family you're doing good? Or are you working 40 hours a normal work week and you're doing good? Only you can answer those questions. But you have to take a critical eye. But do not by any means take what my very elementary advice was tonight and run off with and change your whole business models. I mean, what I do is what I do for my family. And I love my family, but I know my family. With your family, you might have a bunch of Mensa members in your family, and y'all doing great. Just make sure that whatever advice you get, that you take it with a critical eye.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Cool. Well, I don't think we get no more callers for tonight, man. And I think you have given so many jewels, gems, nuggets. Jeez.
Well, I have my second bottle. See, that's what I tell my brother. So I said to myself, I'm going to sneak me a bottle in here because I don't know if he want to drink it on the show. And I walk up in, and just so happened, I put some of this in this, and I showed him he had a cold bottle of this, but I still have my backup bottle just in case.
I know.
Yeah, well, that
how
just
you
shows,
operate.
That's the friendship part.
Yes, sir.
Come January, I still want my taxes done by April 15th.
Always.
Yeah.
Or we do an extension and do it till October. Whatever.
I'm an O anyway. I really don't give a damn.
Hey, y'all heard him say he owed. That lets you know how much money he made.
I'm going to tell you right now, I don't believe in refunds. If you get a refund, you have gave Uncle Sam an interest-free loan.
Yeah,
I don't ever want a refund.
Yeah,
At
boy,
best,
you know me.
I want to owe no more than $1,000 a year. That's my goal. Or $1,000. That means I got a $1,000 interest-free loan.
Well, y'all can see his thought process is very different, extremely different. But look, we're going to go ahead and end this show for tonight. Thank you, all of you who joined us, both on Facebook and on YouTube. Again, I know we had some issues with the comments on Facebook. It seems to always something, right, when nephew ain't here. But thanks to my wife chiming in, letting us know we weren't getting it. We was able to see everybody. Greg and Becca, I thank you for chiming in. Miss Coach was lit tonight. I mean, she was just all in the comments, getting it in tonight, man. Miss Gimme Cornbread, I have to say that, she was definitely probably one of the catalysts for this video. And we have another call coming in, so let's take this.
Oh, damn, here we go.
One last one here, so I'm going to go ahead and make sure that we are good for tonight. Hold on. Hello? All right, caller, can you hear me? I can hear you. You are on the phone with Tyrone and John.
I'm sorry. Hi, my name is Logan.
Logan, welcome. How are you?
Yeah. Thank you. I just had a quick question.
Yes, sir.
I'm good. Thank you for everything you guys do. I was wondering, once family members can be toxic, especially if you left, you left your country and you went somewhere else and you get successful. Now they think they're entitled, and it can be very toxic attitude, at Christmas reunion. So how do you? I don't know if it's a subject or not, but how would you deal with that? Maybe John can answer or you can answer. I don't know how. How does one go about this?
Let me ask this: you get pedicure by any chance, or manicures?
Do I get what?
A pedicure or a manicure every time in your life. You ever got a pedicure?
Oh, I don't think I ever got one.
All right. Well, here's the point: if you have a toenail that's dying, you got cancer in your body, do you not just cut it out?
But that's family, John.
I don't give a damn what it is. Toxicity is toxicity. I'm supposed to keep a family gene. You didn't realize cancer came from a family part of your body. It got to go. So if your family is causing that type of toxicity in your life, sorry, you ain't gonna cut the whole family out. But that toxic part, it gotta go.
What does Tyrone think about this?
I never asked him.
see, I kind of understand, right? I do agree with John to a certain extent that if you're trying to be successful, you cannot have certain negative elements around you because, as I said in the beginning, you are your business. right? If you don't do good, your business doesn't do good. So if there is a toxic element that's causing you to not perform, then your business is not performing. And the goal, right, is to have a business that performs. So yes, it is difficult. I get it, because it's, family is family, and it's kind of hard to cut them off. Like, we can't just be as callous as Johnny and be like, you know what, I'm done with you. But
Yeah.
try to see me. I'm sorry, go ahead.
You're still going to see them. You're still going to see them at like Christmas, maybe if it's like 5 years from now. So it's going to be a little awkward. You know what I mean?
Right. And that's what we want to avoid, the awkwardness of it all. So maybe a conversation.
Yeah, I'm reading the comments. But yeah, no, a conversation definitely will help. I'm going to tell you right now, you got to be okay. And I'm going to tell you that in the most direct, eloquent English I can say. You got to be okay with being disliked. I don't know a business. Name me one. Matter of fact, think of the most successful person you know or don't know in life, and ask me this: does somebody hate them?
Yeah, but then we talking about strangers versus family.
Look. You make the distinction. I don't. People are people. My family are people. I did not choose my family. I chose whoever I associate with. My family was thrust upon me. And although I love them dearly, I did not have a choice in to be a Phillips or in the Thrash family. I was born into this. As such, I'm still going to put the same parameters on them. My family, and this is my family gets mad at me. They get mad because you get the same lead way they do. Well, guess what? They got an unadulterated, unfiltered reason to have access to me. I chose you. I didn't choose them. But they get mad because I deal with you the way I deal with them. I chose you. I didn't choose them. It's a difference. So for you, for the family, for the friends, it's literally, I will cut you off faster than I cut them off. Don't make no mistake about it.
Right.
I cut your ass off smooth. If I cut off my
So now let me ask you, because I'd like to know, like, you're giving this advice, but did you follow your own advice, or you know what I mean? Like,
I'm gonna tell you right now.
How did you do? And I'd like to ask the same question to Tyrone. The same question to Tyrone. Like,
well,
you're saying this and you're saying that, but
let me answer for me. I've been very filtered tonight because what I do is far worse than what I could say on this show. When I say what I said tonight, I gave y'all the filtered version. What I do is far worse than who I am in real life. Because I will cut you off like that if you're impeding my goals. Friends, family, foes, I don't care who you are. So I'm filtering because I have respect for my brother's show. I'm filtering.
Thank you.
Yeah, you know.
So for me, it's difficult for me because I love my family. I mean, I believe that part of my success is due to my family. I work hard, so I can definitely be, something for my family, right? Something different. But at the same time, I do understand John's point. Like, if it's so much negative energy where I'm not able to perform, then I'm going to have to find a way to carve that energy out. I used to have meetings with my family because I wanted them to learn, right? What I was learning as I'm going through and making mistakes, I would say, look, this is the mistake I've made. This is how we overcome this mistake. This is how we grow. I would have them family meetings. And then I remember in one meeting, I was like, I'm getting to the point now. Well, we've had meetings for years about how to start businesses, how to grow, how to develop, how to take this skill that you have and profit from your passion. And I don't see nobody doing it, maybe one or two of y'all, but not all of y'all. So then I made the statement to my family publicly. I said, don't show up when I blow up.
Oh,
so,
oh God.
And I think, and to me, it was like when I made that statement, I set a boundary. Like, here we are now. We're all at the same exact level because I'm teaching you what I know as I'm learning it. So we are here at the same level. If you choose not to do anything with that, don't come to me later when you see that I've succeeded and now you want something. So I think by setting that boundary, it makes it easier.
And the guy, bruh, I had this conversation. I said, look, if y'all not going to help me when I'm struggling, and my exact words, because you part of this issue, I said, it's not an if, when I blow up, I shit you not, I will have Tyrone set up so many goddamn LLCs and corporations and shell companies. You won't find this money. And I promise you, if you didn't help me get here, you would. Look, if I didn't starve with you, I ain't eating with you. And that's facts.
But again, John is extremely harsh. So I say try to have that conversation, set a boundary, and then if it doesn't work, then by all means, man, you have to do what you got to do.
You can call me 213-819-5691, and I'll tell you what I just told you right now.
Okay.
And I shit you not, that's my personal cell phone number, because I know how to hang up on somebody real quick. Shmoo.
Thank you.
I hope that answered your question, man. Appreciate you giving us a call, boss.
Thank you.
All right, bye. You crazy.
You call me on this show, man. I told you, give me my talking points early, because you don't want me raw, because you know me. I'm going to go off, and I'm going to say whatever. And you remember the time we was at the hotel, and I had to send Kim downstairs to get the room right.
Oh, man, we got another call coming in. Oh, boy, you got some calls now. Boy.
And Phillips.
Oh, shit.
To accept, press.
Oh, Lord, I am accepting this call. Where you going? Sister Phillips, you are here on the line. How are you?
I'm going to kick your ass.
I've been trying to get in for 30 minutes. I need to talk to Create Simple Meals.
I'm going to kick.
Oh, man, sis, how you feeling?
I'm doing great.
Forgive
so you
him.
decided to take my wife's phone call.
Yeah, Sister Phillips, she called in. She's a guest on the show. This is,
You asshole.
I'm sorry. How you feel, sis?
I'm doing great.
You doing good?
Enjoying the show. I'm enjoying the show. And he hasn't embarrassed me yet.
Oh, that's good.
Look. Okay.
God is good.
What's going on, Miss Phillips? How you doing then?
Oh,
I just want to know how come I just wanted to ask him one question.
Uh-huh.
Why he fired me and he know I got a baby to feed?
Because first of all, we live in the state of California and it's a community property state. So everything I get, you get. But since she asked, and you should have known not to call on this show.
Why did you call and ask that question? Why did you?
I'm going to tell you why I fired my wife since she called and asked the question. My wife has an expectation. This is what I say about family. Now, I can do this with my wife because at the end of the day, she's going to get the same business whether she's with me or not on the show.
Right.
As long as she's married. Because I have a expectation of excellence for my show. Mm-hmm. And my wife has expectations of what she's going to do as my wife. My wife doesn't do the cooking thing, but she does her best with helping with the show out.
Right. She's production manager.
I'm a sorry ass teacher too. So I yell, I cuss, I do what I gotta do. Y'all don't see this shit on the show because I cut it out. But I be yelling and cussing and whatnot, and she gets the brunt of this. So she had enough of it one day, and I was like, well, goddamn it, if you ain't gonna do the shit the way I say do it, then you're done. And so I fired her that day. It wasn't that she was not doing, she was learning. She wasn't learning fast enough. But guess what?
Though.
I would have fired anybody the same way. I don't treat family. If she had been anybody else, matter of fact, I gave her more leeway because she should have been fired 3 shows before that.
but you just admitted publicly live.
Yeah, that I even gave
that
her.
That you were not the best teacher. She was doing her best.
Yeah, I should have fired her ass 3 shows before that, but I didn't. And now, and I'm going to tell you right now, since them times, even she'd tell you, has production value improved?
It has. Honestly, it has.
Sis, why are you admitting that?
I wouldn't say that was your best decision you could have made, but
Hey, gotta go.
It did improve.
And that's the thing. And guess what? Guess what's improved? Our relationship.
What?
In the 6 weeks since her ass been fired, man, shit. I had to ask her one night, what the hell got into you? It was a whole different woman.
So it's
don't
stressful.
call on the damn show if you don't want the real thing. The show, I'm telling you, life done got great. We like lovely. I'm like, goddamn.
So Sister Phillips, it was stressful working for this man?
It was stressful.
You do my taxes. Is it not stressful doing my taxes?
It is. That's why I wait to the last minute like, oh, Lord, I got to.
Kim, ain't nobody asked you shit.
You hate to call him, huh? Like, I got this question, but I sure hate to call
But the
him.
thing is, it's like, the bottom line is, because of that, and we had to separate family and the business. So one, I think my wife learned what I'm trying to do, and she respects that. I've learned that you can't make everybody's dream your dream.
Right.
Now, what happened was, my dream is still my dream. My daughter said, Daddy, you going to stop doing the show? Shit, no, I'm not going to stop doing the show. Nobody going to stop my dream. But what happened was the household, I shit you not, the household is so much people now. So now, my wife is now, she sees what I'm trying to do. She knows she's not going to be a direct part of it, but she's an ancillary part of it.
But she's still supporting.
In the fact that when I come home and do my shows, everything is straight. I don't have to worry about my backyard kitchen.
So Sister Phillips, would you go back to work for him now that you, I guess there's an understanding
Shit,
there?
first of all, I'll do the hiring and the firing.
No, I would not go back.
And the answer is absolutely not.
Absolutely
Because I
not.
love being married way more than I love Create Simple Meals.
Okay, there it is. There it is.
Don't call them no damn shows. I'm on a damn show woman. And you know you're going to put me in a point.
You're
and
doing great,
You mess
Mr.
around and make
Phillips.
me cry, and then we're going to have a problem. Because you know I fight before I cry, so don't do that again.
Yeah, we don't want the hand to get to shaking.
So go,
We don't. We don't want him to cry.
Go
But
hang up and finish your damn event that you're doing. I made you jambalaya.
you're doing a great job, Mr. Phillips.
Well, she just wanted to call and say you're doing a great job.
You supposed to be
Exactly.
having your event. Do your jambalaya and go and do your event, and I'll be over there. I get my checks anyway.
All right.
Well, thank you for calling. We appreciate it.
All right. Love you guys.
We love you too.
I'll kick your ass.
Well, hey, man, I didn't know it was going to be Sister Phillips calling. The phone rang and there it was.
Emotional side on.
But it wasn't nothing to be emotional about. She just wanted to call and say you're doing a good job.
My wife loved me.
Yes.
I know that. But I am a hard dude to deal with.
Yes.
See, that's the thing with family. But if I can do it with my wife, I said it earlier. I don't even know if she saw that shit, but I said earlier, I fired her. That's my child. Create Simple Meals is my child. If you got to go, you got to go. It didn't stop the relationship. It didn't stop the fellowship. She's still my wife. I still love her. But you can't be a part of Create Simple Meals.
Well, let me ask this. Let me ask this then, right? Because you fired your wife. Y'all still married. Things have gotten better. Kind of going back to Lloyd's question, like, how do you reconcile after you deal with that event, right? Like, say you got to cut a family member off, you got to cut a friend off, but how do you reconcile to still remain in that relationship?
Communication.
So like you said that you cussed her out and was like, you get off the show. How was y'all? What was that conversation like after that event?
Oh, so then the next day, she's still kind of raw because I'm a hard dude to deal with. After the day we talked about it, and I explained the reason why I cussed her ass out, and I explained to her that had it been anybody else, I would do the same thing, and I showed her the walkthrough, and she was able to see, okay, you cussed me out and I didn't like it, but it wasn't like it wasn't I was being unfair. It's just that she is my wife.
Oh, we got another.
Call from.
It better not be no more my family.
To accept, press.
All right, caller. Thank you for calling. You're on the phone with Tyrone and John. And who are we speaking to?
Hi, this is John.
John?
Yeah.
Well, what's up, John? You're on the phone with Tyrone.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Thank you very much for what you do, guys. Very, very helpful.
I appreciate it.
I'm calling because of the questions of one of your callers. I think his name was Frank or something like that. He talked about his friend in Norway, and John said not to do it. But what I was wondering, like, is there a way, for example, because I'm in the same situation. I have a partner in Germany, and he is just like that. And I'm thinking about starting a business with him. But is there a way that, even though it doesn't have the same motivation, he starts it, he helps me, and then I take over. But the thing is, if he gets the legal, like, business name and all that stuff, once I move over there, I can take over because he would already have established the contacts. And I don't know, like, for example, like if you have a DBA, right, and it will just be one person. But if you move from DBA to LLC, the version over there, maybe I can be the biggest shareholder and he's a minor shareholder or something like that. I'm just doing this in the meantime.
What I would recommend, because this seems like it's not a straightforward answer.
Right.
What I would recommend is actually email Tyrone, and then everything you're asking, and have him give you a full blown dissertation. Because in a 30-second phone call, he cannot really help you. So what I would recommend, email him your question, and he will actually break it down for you.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
All right. Thank you.
No problem. Thank you for calling. Again. Oh, man, what time? Wow, we are going on 2 hours, y'all. It is 7:41. I know I said it was going to be long tonight.
I ain't never going to get called back again.
Well, look, it is going on 7:41, almost 8 o'clock. We are in here. Appreciate everybody who stuck around this long.
Hold on. Simone Landry, I got to see this one.
Which
She's
one?
16 and thinking of starting a business. Okay, I got to talk to the kids.
Well, she didn't call. She left a comment. You want to bring it? Let's see here. So,
what did it say?
Ms. Landry said, 16, thinking of starting a business in cosmetics and fashion, should do sole proprietor, and how do I do taxes? That's something we can answer in a few seconds.
Shit, you can't. I can. First of all, first and foremost, hey, look, I'm going to tell you, I don't believe in talking to kids like kids because I don't raise kids, I raise future adults. First and foremost.
She's 16, though.
I don't give a damn.
Okay. Just
look at the business industry.
Mm-hmm.
You may have a passion for, what is it?
Cosmetics
and fashion.
Mm-hmm.
It's a saturated business. So unless you got a niche into cosmetics and fashion, you're going to fail. I'm not going to sit here. Look, I taught for years. I'm not going to sit here and lie to folks. Find out if there's something unique that you have. If there's something unique that you have in that business, hone it. If not, find out what other talents you have that may speak to the fashion and the cosmetic world and go from there. I'm never going to be the dude that's going to sit there and lie to kids. Oh, I had a kid once. I shit you not. I had a kid. I ain't going to say his name, but he was one of my students. And he was like, Miss Phillips, I want to be a cardiologist. And I went to the recruiting station. They said I could be a cardiologist before. I said, motherfucker, you can't spell cardiology. I'm just being honest. I'm not going to lie to kids. I'm not saying I don't know you. I don't know what your talents are. But I can tell you that the cosmetic world and the fashion industry is saturated. If that's your passion, it's your passion. But your passion ain't always going to bring you a profit. If it's your passion and you want to make a profit, analyze the business and see, is there what you're trying to do already done? And if so, can you bring a unique perspective to it? Damn the sole proprietorship and all that. First of all, learn, can the business be profitable? Mm-hmm. Then, if it can be profitable, do a poor man's patent, get all that locked down, but start with a sole proprietorship.
Poor man's patent don't work no more.
No, I'm just saying, but it may not, but I'm saying, get your business done first.
Right,
don't go into no LLCs and you 16 years old. I'm going to tell you, the first business I ever had?
What's that?
I tried to make a doggy canteen. The doggy canteen was something joggers can go out. When I was probably 12 years old and I had this idea. And when I rented off, they wanted me to get a patent. I can't get no patent. My pops wasn't going to give me no $1,800 to get no damn patent.
Right.
It fell away. Guess what? They have doggy canteens now. 30 years later, they got doggy canteens. I missed my mark. So I'm not saying don't give up on your dreams. What I'm saying is research. Don't take Tyrone's word or anybody else. Do your own research. Then decide, okay, if I really want to do this, but this is already done, can I do another way? That's my advice to you, young sister.
Thank you. But isn't like listening to me part of research?
Yeah, it could be. But you kind of loquacious at times.
Oh man, yeah, I appreciate that. So hopefully, Miss Landry did answer the question. If you need further information, by all means, feel free to shoot me an email, and we can go from there. I don't mind helping. Definitely appreciate the jewels and nuggets coming from Mr. Phillips here, and we good. So again, I've been trying to get off this video for the last 45 minutes.
I've been trying to go to the bathroom for 45 minutes.
So I am going to go ahead, man. Again, so much appreciation for those of you who stuck in here this long, giving us your feedback, the callers, all the information, the engagement. So excited, so super excited.
I'm so excited.
And a big thank you, a hand clap of the fact I got to get where's it at? A high five.
Man, I appreciate you, brother.
To Mr. Phillips for being here, man, because you have graced us with your realness, with your transparency, by giving us different ways of looking at things and how to handle friends, family, and business, man. To me, this was probably one of them jewel shows that'll just go down in history.
You gotta sign off, though, because I went through 2 bottles. I'm done.
Okay, yeah, so we gonna go ahead, sign off, right? We ain't gonna even do it. We ain't gonna even do it the easy way. I'm gonna just put us on screen here. Again, if you're watching this on Facebook, make sure that you give us a like, subscribe. Make sure that you go check out John Phillips Create Simple Meals on Facebook. Check out the website, createsimplemeals.com. Learn some good recipes. You can see the character. That's who he is who he is. You'll never get anything different. Also on Instagram, follow both of us, me at the Self-Employed Tax Guy, him at Create Simple Meals, right?
And let's not forget, you helped produce the damn show.
We started, yeah.
Yeah. You started this gangster. Thanks I get.
And then subscribe to both of us here on YouTube. His YouTube channel, Create Simple Meals. Also here at the Self-Employed Tax Guy. And we probably will just end it at that, man. So much grateful. Miss Coach, thank you for really chiming in, being real engaged tonight.
Y'all.
Appreciate it. Vin, appreciate you, for being here, sticking this long. Give me Cornbread again for the catalyst of this. And let's continue to encourage Miss Cornbread, because we got to get her on here to do some teaching herself, man. So thank you to everybody. We appreciate you. We love you. And we will see you next